Yeah, it should be a little box ticked if you want to
Yep,
load it up.
sorted.
Right, okay.
Mm.
Hello and welcome to ILR F2 for the British Grand Prix. I am ESL Verstappen, and with me is Ricardo 93.
Hello.
Say hello.
Glad you remember my name. Awesome. Good to be in Britain.
So
Evening. White leaving the pits
well,
first.
after Height leaving the pits first, then the Haas in the Haas car, followed by the Sauber. Let's just get some statistics. As we see the light train of cars coming out of the pit lane as you would expect at the start of qualifying. No on the strategies with the softs so that I can see. Oh, except Nate.
Yeah,
Nate is on the softs. If you can get into a good position and make it work, that'd be interesting to see.
Who's closest to White?
Yeah, Height and Schilling. Height coming into one there. Flat round there. A bit of a lock up in Height's a very good driver, so I think we could see him challenging for a podium with maybe even the race win.
Yeah, I mean, and also, especially weather-wise, I mean, obviously, anyone who's watched previous streams, they'll know that I've been racing in previous races in this season, but Canada especially, when it was raining, Height just incredible race.
It does look a bit,
Yeah,
it does look a bit dark. Yeah. Is Height coming through the centre? The rest of Magnus back. It's getting a bit loose on the rear. I think running in the lap. Oh, that's a very interesting approach at our corner.
Club.
It's a cross line and does a 1 minute 28.0, but it was invalid. So Schilling takes the top spot of the minute with a 1 minute 28.4. I'm interested to see what Nick can do on those soft compound tires.
Yes,
So Thomas
Thomas
puts
has
at
put a lap in.
28.6. Echo with a 28.0 on the supers.
Oh,
As
Janji.
Nate is going to come across the line. Oh, Janji, yeah. Oh, very close to the top there.
Burnouts now has even got ahead. We're into the 27s.
Already.
Chris Macko, the 800s behind Burnouts in second, currently in qualifying.
This is looking very close at the minute. Is there any other
Oh, I
drivers
did just catch someone. Nate's had a spin in sector 1. Where is that? That looks like coming out of the loop, maybe onto Hangar Straight.
Yeah, it is. Make sure he gets up the track cleanly without getting anyone's way. He has.
Isn't that alright?
Looks like Height's going for another one here.
Yes, oh, little lock up into club again. Around the final club section.
This is like a very tidy lap.
Oh, it has.
27.4.
That is done it. And any of the other boys match it here at Silverstone. Obviously, this is the home race for most of these guys. There'll be a lot of pride on the line here, passion. Hopefully, we can see that in the race as well. See some battles between these guys to find out the best Brit at home. Let's see if we can actually have a Brit win. Unfortunately, like the World Cup. That's it. We ain't got no Croatian drivers, have we?
I don't think so.
So who we got? Who's out? Peanut, my old teammate. In McLaren.
Looking very close between 4th and 2nd. A 10th separates the 3 drivers there, and then further turns back to Busen. So the grid looking very close to the midfield.
Interested to see Overkills. He's still in the pit. Waiting for clear track.
Overkills is a championship contender. Last time I checked.
I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, he is one of the guys tied on 68 points after the last race at Austria. Him, Height and Chris Macka-Jones are all tied on 68 points, so this race will separate them and decide who's going to take the lead in the championship.
So Overkill feeling he can just put that one good lap in at the end, which is very optimistic. I would have thought he might put a banker in first.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
so
Vettel strategy in the Red Bull, that is. It's,
yeah, it is. We have an interesting one.
Peanut coming in. Have we got anyone out at the moment?
Came in.
Oh, Lepra Finino, he's just coming back in the pits. So that's
This is the
everyone
stage
in.
where there's a Force India coming out.
Oh,
It
it's
might
not Nate.
be. It is Nate.
It is Nate.
Yep.
He's come out on super softs now, so obviously he's probably ruined his set of softs by spinning off out of the loop, but hopefully Nate can get this rubber going and get in a decent lap.
He's got quite a bit of fuel on the car, so I wonder if he's going for 2 laps. Obviously tyre wear's like Britain's a high tyre wear track, so
yes, it is.
I wouldn't have thought anyone would be going for 2 laps on their supers. But if Nate feels he can get that off the tyres, that's his decision. It's just up to him to maybe do a bit of tyre saving during the race.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Lil Rye out as well. He's come out again on the super softs. He's looking to put in another lap, because there's only 3.5 minutes left of. Just watching Nate at the second. It looks like Overkills is coming out on an outlap as well. I've just seen on the side.
Yes, he is.
We'll have to keep an eye
Overkill
on
had a
that.
disconnect last time out in Austria. So let's hope it doesn't happen again. It'd be wanting to sprint back from that as well.
course, being tied at the top of the championship, you'll hope so. And looks like Nate now coming through the club section, heading on to his fast lap. Hopefully he can improve on his current time.
I think he should be able to. Maybe a mid 28, low 28. If he has a really tight lap, maybe get into those 27s.
Little inside lock, slight slide around the loop. Wants to get on the power nice and early here. Not too much oversteer. Brilliant. Out onto the hanger straight into the DRS. Hopefully, can we see, is he up on his time currently? Oh, did I have a disconnect?
High disc.
Just joined.
I think he did. I didn't catch it.
Joined again. Didn't even catch that come up.
No, me neither. That means Height might not get another run into the session.
Yeah, feel pretty good at the moment. He is 0.236 ahead of Burnouts at the top of qualifying. Only 1 minute 50 left to go. And Nate coming through Beckett's now looking pretty smooth. Got the run out of there pretty decently. He's heading out onto Wellington Straight, hits the DRS. And down towards Stowe.
It's looking good so far for Nate.
It's very well done there. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. Quick look at who that might have been.
I think it's just someone slowing down just to move out the way.
How did Nate do?
Across the line.
To 11.
28.7.
Has improved.
Oh. I think Overkill's lap was invalid.
Oh no, that's going to be something else. Well, we've got 58 seconds left. Is now what this lap has to do it. He has to put a time in on this lap. He is now under pressure. Coming onto the hanger straight, hits the DRS. Good to see cars moving out of the way. That's Nate. He's just put in his personal best lap of the session. Coming through Luffield now, difficult corner. Get it on the power as early as possible. We all know Overkills. Anyone who's watched, like I said, previous streams will know Overkills as being one of the fast boys in here. Is tied with Chris Macker-Jones and Hyde at the top of the championship. That's fast through Beckett's.
Very nice.
Migrating host again as Chris Macker-Jones. Is he disconnected?
He's still on the pit lane.
There's no problems with the session. We are hoping it all still runs smoothly. Oh, Overkill's goes very wide out of Stowe. Is that going to invalidate his lap? That most likely will.
No,
I don't know where it's...
no, it won't. There's a glitch. So you can run wide, you can gain time there, and it will not
Overkills. Where does...
Overkill's absolutely valid.
It did.
Again.
It invalidated it.
I didn't think it will.
Did he get this lap in? Or is it... Did he make it in time?
Didn't make it in time?
He didn't. So Overkills is going to start right at the back of the grid. Wow. Well, I think...
Like you...
Oh.
Doesn't have to...
What?
Doesn't have to check the flag next to his name.
No, it doesn't.
See if someone else goes to that.
Then... Yeah, I'm not... It's interesting. I don't think he did get a lap, you know? Because it looks very pedestrian the way the driving is. It looks like the AI driving. So I don't think he actually got a lap in. Which would be somewhat interesting for the fight. He'd have a lot of work to do in the race. It's not the... there is overtaking opportunities at this track, but it's... the weather's not looking too great. Yeah, it's definitely the AI driving. It's ghosted and it's not activating the RS. So Overkills didn't get a lap in. Interesting.
Oh, it's fixed.
Chris Macker-Jones has left. Oh no. What?
Everyone's disconnecting. Yep. I think they're doing a rerun. Yeah, everyone's disconnecting. Alright, okay.
Not good news. That is not good news. Sorry, guys. Seem to have gone a bit mental, shall we say? Slight disconnect issue.
Well, that's very good news for Overkill.
Yes, that is. It's very good news for Overkill. He left it for the one single run, and he invalidated the 2 laps he went out to do. And has he just been saved? Has he been saved? Right,
Maybe.
So now we need to get
Right,
this
okay.
lobby back going again. That's certainly going to spice things up. Height's not going to be too happy about that if he doesn't get his pole position.
Height is restarting. I've just got a message. We are restarting.
Yes, that's not going to please Height at all. Is it going to a different host, or are we? Is it still Chris? Isn't it? I believe. Well, it's not good news for all the people at the top, but that does give other people a chance.
Uh,
You back in, or do you need an invite?
I would like an invite, please.
If it let me, that'd be nice. That'd be wonderful.
You have to press X and then scroll down the friends
Yeah,
list.
yeah, got it.
Cool. Oh, I have my notifications turned off.
Have you left the stream running? Have you?
Yeah, no point starting a new one.
Yeah. That's cool. That's a bit of a shame. It was heating up at the end there. I was interested to see what Overkills was going to do with himself after that.
Yeah, your invite isn't coming through.
And another one. Did it that time?
No.
Weird. You won't be able to join my session. What about that one?
I don't want to work.
just put it in the. You put it in the chat already?
No, I don't know.
Because I put it in the chat.
Yeah. That'll be good.
To put someone invite.
Okay, I need to get one off Chris.
Quite a few people are invited, you know. Apparently.
Okay.
People are saying they have invited you.
No, I'm getting no invites at all. Can you tell them to make the game joinable, and I'll just make it friends only, and I'll just join. That's the only way I can think of.
Keep checking it because don't know if he's done it yet.
Yeah, yes, he's done it.
Oh yes.
Come on.
Yes, you're in. I think.
I'm still joining the
Is he there?
session.
Everyone's going mad now. You're in.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm like, get in.
Well, let's select your spot, dude, and let's do this
Yes.
again.
Is that number 2? Let's go.
Everyone's go, got him, go.
That's the only way I could think of me getting in if I'd just making the game joinable. Another thing, weather is set on overcast, so it must be going off real weather.
Yeah, I mean it certainly is overcast where I am currently, which isn't too far from Silverstone, thankfully.
I'm about a 4-hour drive from Silverstone. Yeah.
Not far then.
Have you got your audio included?
I hope so. Yeah. I haven't changed it, so it'd still be yeah.
Sometimes
yeah,
it'll be a bit weird and not.
Right, so slight technical issues. It wasn't a red flag. No, we didn't have a Brendan Hartley flying into a wall or nothing. It's none of that. We just had a don't want to say normal disconnection because it sounds bad, but it was slight technical errors.
Hopefully it's fixed for 2018.
Yes, I do hope so. So we're gonna have to see these guys fight it out again for the fastest lap.
I feel if I can have another stonker of lap, he would definitely get pole again. And Overkill will be counting his lucky stars.
From what I'm reading from the chat, Lepro Finney was in the lobby, and it says he left. We're also missing Peanut.
We are. I have Peanut on my friends list.
So do I. He was my old teammate. I've got Affinity as well. I will see if I can get him in. I had Affinity. Maybe I don't.
I definitely have Infinity.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. Have you invited Peanut already?
I'm inviting him now.
Okay, cool.
It won't let me. Hopefully one of the drivers can do it, because I can't. So it looks like Schilling is the first on track. Yeah, Schilling. First on track on the Sauber. Looks like he's really going for it on the ILR. A bit weird.
I can't invite Peanut up in
No, I can't either.
this. Does it have to be one of the drivers?
I think it does, which is really annoying.
This hasn't been the smoothest of race at the moment.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Schilling, the first one across the line, has begun his lap. Let's hope for no invalidations. We had a lot of invalidations last time out. Very aggressive into that. Lifting down the gears.
Yeah, it looks like quite a bit of understeer on his setup. I don't know if that's maybe he's running slightly lower down.
Really interesting.
Left field, slightly offline.
I think he just clipped the grass on the entry. And here we go, coming into Cobbs. Should be absolutely flat round here. And if you can nail it, that's it's really satisfying when you nail that corner.
Oh, well in there. Bad for lack of preference.
This has been a very tidy lap, apart from the understeering. Sector 1, but other than that. No, this is very clean.
It's not too bad actually, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Schilling here, coming around the final part of the club onto the start finish line, and that puts him with 28.248. And then Echoes just goes.
Here comes Height. Height does a 27.3.
I believe that's faster than.
That is faster than what he did before. It was. He did 27.4 last session. Oh, but he is on being trailed by a 10th. by the Toro Rosso with a 1 minute 27.4. Overkill only managing to put a 28.2 in. I think he'll be able to go better than that.
At least he got a lap. Yeah. So Thomas just in the pit. Who else currently hasn't set a lap button? Thomas, Perez,
Chris comes across the line.
Just crossed the
now.
line. Oh, that's close. 1,000th between second and third. Absolute scenes at Silverstone. Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Yeah, we saw how close it was last session, and looks like things have not changed.
Button just jumped in at P4.
Yeah.
The 127.717.
The Mercedes, Renault, Abusement, and Echo very close together as well. We've got a real fight for pole in our hands.
There could be a lot of battles on here.
Top 9.
Chris Jones, is he on another fast lap? No, he's not. He's running a lean fuel mix. So he'll be coming into the pits probably for a new set and maybe another push to see if he can scrape off the 700ths of a second that separates him and Height from pole position.
Fifth to ninth is 0.3 of a second.
Still got a feeling it's going to get closer. Burnouts is yet to settle out. Where is he on the track? Oh, he's just coming into the pit.
Para 68 seems to be on the fast lap. He is a max fuel richer.
Is Max currently sitting on 11? Fastest lap 129.015, and yeah, that's the end of Perez's lap.
Little Rai putting a 1 minute 27.9 in. That's 3 drivers who have put a 1 minute 27.9 in.
Wow. Seriously. 7,000ths of a second separate 5th, 6th, and 7th.
That is extraordinary.
This is interesting.
Little Rai's disced. Little Rai has disconnected from the session.
Oh no. Not.
We're having a lot of connection
Hopefully.
issues here.
Yeah, tonight's doesn't seem to be running quite as smoothly as hoped. Let's see where we're at the moment. Is anybody on track? Formula Rage R is on track. Is he on a fast lap? Standard fuel mode? I'd imagine not. I imagine it's not enough fuel to do a run. Yep, he's coming in the pits. That is that for the time being. Just over 4.5 minutes left of quality. Everybody's in the pits. Nate's coming back out on super softs. He's out, in fact. On his out lap. Can he improve? He's currently bottom of the confirmed time so far. I would imagine he can improve that. I'm pretty sure he done quicker in the last session than he did.
As Giangi is out the pits in the Toro Rosso. Looking for 1,000th to jump into second.
You can count 1,000, guys. You should be in Formula 1 because the reaction to count 1,000 is ridiculous. So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if Chris comes out. Will Chris come out again? Oh, Height's coming out again. Maybe Height feels like he needs to stretch it a bit more. Maybe he's not confident having Chris and Giangi behind him that close. Giangi's obviously on his out lap. I believe Nate's just started his flying. Not flying as in planes, flying lap. I hope he's not flying. That would be a real Brendan Hartley. We don't want any of that in this. Hopefully we can escape any of that. So it's Nate on his fast lap now. See how he does. How's Giangi doing? Looks like he's just about to start a fast lap. Can he improve? And can he gain any time at all to get himself closer to Chris Jones and height? Don't forget these guys are only separated by just under 0.08 of a second.
Yeah. Ooh, this is going to be extremely close.
It's going to be, it's one slight millisecond later on the brakes. It's going to take every edge of tyre grip and line, everything has to be bang on just to gain that little bit that is needed to put them on pole.
Yep, every bit of skill that you have learned from practice or anything has to be piled all together into the one lap, as Nate has abandoned his lap.
Nate has abandoned his lap. He's not going to be too happy about that. I think it's probably a bit close for him to get out again for another lap. That looked like it's just me, or was Janji extremely slow out? Oh, Echo plays. What's happened there?
A bit of lag
was
there.
Was it a bit of lag?
Yeah, I just caught on and he
Catch
was going right across the corner, like 100 miles an hour. Anyway, Gianni crosses the line.
So,
he has an invalid lap.
Well. Oh.
It was a 29.7.
That looks like.
Height's abandoned his lap
building
as well.
a slight gap. No, I believe he's just building a slight gap to the car in front because he's still got enough fuel and he's still in max fuel mix. I do believe he's going to use his party mode and go full swing for this lap now to try and bridge the gap between him and second and third a bit more. He's slowing down, and I would imagine out of and through club he is going to be on it. Can he improve? Chris Jones is out as well. Here comes Height onto his fast lap. Can he improve on the gap that he already got, which is only just over 0.07 of a second?
Houston, he was challenging in P6. He was challenging for a podium at Austria last time until the unfortunate collision of him spinning out at turn 1.
Overkills comes in with the 27.186. And Overkill is currently the fastest man on track. Has Height got a reply? There is 8 seconds.
Maggots and Beckett's Buson's around.
And that is the end of his qualifying, without a doubt. Now can Height get on to... It's going to be between Chris's lap now and Height's lap. Can they do anything to Overkill's lap? He has taken tenths out of these guys for pole position. They're really on the edge going through Beckett's, coming out of Beckett's now. Height's coming onto the Wellington straight, nearly got muddled up between
Height's
the two
a
there.
10th up.
Can Height do this? Can I do this?
LRT
This
Button
is
is a woman at 27.3.
Now Chris has been pushed out. This is all... And Chris Jones coming out of club corner now. How's he improved? Has he improved his time? No, he hasn't. He stays in fourth. How's Height doing? Coming out of club corner. Coming around the final bend now onto the final straight. And he crosses the line. And he goes pole again. 127.135. Incredible.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible.
Burnout goes
5
P6 with a woman at 27.6.
of a second. That's a round of applause to Height. That is a phenomenal lap. Pulled it out of the bag when it was needed. Overkills was there. Thank you very much. I've got pole, and then Height comes along and just rips it out of his hands. Great pole position for Height. That's a great lap. I believe that's it, isn't it? So everyone's done their running now, I believe.
That was extraordinary by Height.
Oh, that was,
Chris just got a bit out of shape through the final corners and maybe lost a lot of his time there.
0.05 of a second between Height and Overkills, and then both on the front row of the grid. Who's going to get that run into the first few corners in this tricky section at the beginning? Hopefully we don't have any Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton moments at the loop. do without the controversies.
Did Ferrari crash into on purpose? Personally, I think no.
I don't think. No, I think when you actually slow it down and you have a look at it, Raikkonen's completely turning away from Hamilton. He is trying so hard, and I think it's just full load, you know, cold tyres, cold brakes, just a mixture. I mean, when you actually look, if you were to take Hamilton out of the equation on that corner, if you were to move him back a couple of car lengths, if you look at how many cars actually do the same thing Raikkonen did and understeer and go straight on at that corner, there was about 12 cars that did it on like entry to that corner. So I think it's slightly harsh on Raikkonen. Not that if he was here now he would say much more. The talkative man himself.
Right. So this is your grid for the British Grand Prix. We've got height on pole, great lap, overkills, 5,000s behind, and then we've got Button rounding off the top three. Then Chris, Giangi, Burnout. I think that's going to be Little Rye, but it's going to be Raikkonen. Busum in the Mercedes, Echo, Formula Ridge, Perez, Schilling, Nate, and Daniel Ricciardo rounds off your grid there. I think that's going to be Thomas, but I think he's also disconnected there. So this looking to be a very interesting race of overkill and height, very close in qualifying.
It's yes. Now don't forget that height, Chris Macca-Jones and overkills are tied on 68 points after Austria. So there's a lot riding on this. I mean, the front row both equal on points. So they're going to be save a little bit of pace and play it cool, or they're going to dive straight in there and try and snatch it from one another. It'll be certainly exciting to watch.
If I was high, I would just want to build the gap first. But obviously, if you're someone like Chris, who is in fourth, you're going to really want to attack at the start, gain that ground that you might have lost at qualifying.
Yes, and unless you've got really good early race pace, then stick with them until DRS is enabled, and hope you're close enough still to maybe try a couple of moves. And we're here.
We are going to find out. 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and
we're off.
Oh,
there's a slow start. That was one of the Williams.
One of the Williams. Height's got away cleanly. Chris is at the P3. LRT Button falls down to 4th. The Renault run and ride. Chris is lagging everywhere. Oh, the Toro Rosso late lunge on the Ferrari, and I think the Mercedes Abusum has got wing damage.
It looks like Chris is on the inside of overkills, coming onto the hangar straight. Can he do it?
What is going on?
He got enough.
Chris is lagging everywhere on my screen. He's just completely.
It probably isn't too bad on mine as yet. He was a little bit at the beginning, but height does lead. Coming through Lovefield, overkills in the second, followed closely by Chris Macca-Jones.
Burnout and Echo
These
in the Renault
three.
and the Williams side by side in the cops. Is one of them going to back out? One is not going to.
Is it going to be a Science and Grosjean?
Oh, the Williams backs out.
Busum
is running wide, very close between the Williams and the Renault there, but that really puts Schilling right onto the back of that Williams.
Chris is closing onto the back of overkills. Now don't forget that these front three, height, overkills and Chris Macca-Jones, are all tied on points, and them three are driving away after only one lap. Is this going to be a fight to the death? We will soon find out, I'm sure.
We will. Schilling is on the soft commander time, making good ground in 9th place, so he is in the points. Burnout close behind Busum, who has got wing damage from the start, I think. But yeah, Burnout is up the inside, one dispatch of him as quickly as he can, but Busum's coming back at him as Burnout squeezes him, and Burnout's got the move done. It's crucial that you get past someone with wing damage at the start. just so you can see with
Yeah.
fellow competitors. Schilling now is going to look at an attack on Echo. He's going to do it. He's going to launch it up the inside. He thought about the move there, had a look, decided better of it.
But looking at it at the moment, Height has stretched out a lead of 8/10 as he comes through. Cop, sorry, my bad. Followed by Overkills in second and Chris Macker-Jones in third. One of the Fries making a slight mistake there. Was that Button? Now being chased by Giangio, I believe, has got past.
I was too busy watching Busum.
He has got past, and now Button is under attack from Burnout.
Busum under
He's
attack
gonna
by
launch
Echo.
an attack.
Echo round the outside and store. Oh, there's contact.
Oh, there's contact. Echo is on. Where is he? Lost him. Oh, he's on the grass.
I think he
Right,
just recorded that. Might have been a Stewart's inquiry there.
Yes. Right,
That
when he
puts
played the
Schilling
fastest
up
lap.
into seventh. I don't really understand what's going on here. Chris is everywhere on my screen. There's a train of 4 cars from P8 to P11.
It's very tight indeed. Is he going to get it done? He's down the inside. Contact between the two.
Busum's going to be fighting hard.
He's still hanging
The
on the
wing
outside.
damage.
Oh,
The other Force India.
Wow. Have we actually got Ocon and Perez in these making contact like that? That's some crazy stuff coming out of left field there.
This is where Busum's
Gonna
going
be
to struggle. This section of the circuit. Nate, is he going to take advantage? Surely not into this corner. Oh my god, side by side. The Sauber's Busum's around. He manages to save it. Formula Ridge is in the top 10 now. As Schilling's off at the exit of Magda Beckett.
Oh, he
He's
must have
dropped down to 11th.
Can't even see any ring damage. Maybe he just got a bit too early on the power, a bit too greedy on the old power, and just lost it a bit.
Overkill getting the fastest lap there. With a 1 minute 30.6.
Romson is coming in the pits. I do believe he's missing a slight part of his front wing on the front right corner. Looks like he's missing a bit of his wing, so he is going to have a wing replacement.
Burnout.
I would imagine.
Is back ahead of Button. Is Button it down? I think that already happened. I think my OS is.
Romson has left. So he was in the pits, he got a new wing, he fitted the medium tyres and he left. Maybe he wasn't happy with that result of that close racing at all. Unfortunately, those little accidents do happen. Hopefully no hard feelings between the guys.
Yeah.
Where are we at the moment? Is Overkill's catching height? He did put in the fastest lap currently of the race with a 1:30.724, and it looks like he's closing the gap. It was up to a second.
DRS
we're on
is really
6:10.
going to help him.
He's really closing up now. This is going to be interesting to watch. Can Overkills maybe make a move on height? And don't forget, 68 points is equal between these front three. So every position is going to count, especially going into the next race.
Is Giangi catching Chris here? I feel he is.
What's Giangi doing? Giants right, height is still in front at the moment. Schilling's left. No, there's a couple of really unhappy guys there. They were racing really close at one point. And
Height's made a mistake.
How close are these two guys now? They are right behind each other. Overkills is chasing down Height, coming down now the old pit straight. Can he make a move towards the end of this lap, or is he going to hold and bear his time and see if any mistakes here.
Haiti yet again, like Austria, got less fuel than the car behind. Last week it was Chris, and this week it's Overkill. So does Height like to run with low fuel at the start?
Well, I may be wondering, has Height maybe used Rich a bit too much, maybe? I don't know, at the beginning of this race? Has he been running Rich since the start to get that lead that he had?
If he has, this is going to be pretty interesting.
It's good play into Overkill's hands, who is only 3/10 behind coming into Abbey and Farmer Curve, heading up to the loop. Will he be able to gain anything under the brakes coming out of the loop and then onto Hangar where the DRS zone is? He is really close now. Coming out the loop, is he going to get a good run? Here he comes, coming round onto Hangar straight. We get a nice aerial view from my camera here. DRS is open. He is gaining. It's a little bit too far back to make a move.
A bit of a look into the apex there.
Oh, and Height's made a little mistake. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Overkill's is on the inside. And they're side by side, coming down the old pit straight, heading into the flat out right-hander.
Surely Overkill's got this. Yes, and Overkill takes the lead of the British
Height's went out
Prix.
wide. Oh, that is insanely close.
Oh no,
Oh, and
Height's
he got
come
side by
banging
side.
him!
No
Three
way.
Maggots and Beckett, surely
side by
not.
side. What an epic side by side. Come on, who's going to have this? Who's going to have it? And Height has done it.
Height does.
Height has done it.
Extraordinary racing by those two drivers there.
Incredible. Absolutely.
Giangi
incredible.
is on the back
eSports
also
who?
of Chris.
These guys. Chris looks like he's struggling a little bit at the beginning here. I mean, I don't know, he seems to be a little bit. I can see as yet. Looks fine to me.
I didn't see anything when I went.
Maybe just playing the safe game, and maybe later on with less fuel he's going to get a bit more pace.
Wait.
As we look at it, Height is still in the lead. Still only a small gap with Overkills as they're coming back towards their fighting section from the previous lap, lap 6. How will this play out this time around?
Oh, it's Chris and Giangi going side by side. Giangi, is he going to
Giangi
take
done it?
place? Chris is
Oh,
still there. Chris
Toro
is going to
Rosso.
try and get the better exit here.
Is this Giangi's
Looks like
first
he's
race?
trying.
He just
I
joined?
didn't see him last week. I didn't see him last week.
No, I don't recognise the name. This may be his first race. If he gets a podium in his first race, he has gained 2 places to get where he is.
Yeah, that's very
Could
good.
be great for him. Great for him. The Haas driver of Height coming through Beckett's onto
Oh, he gets the
Wellington
best there, best.
straight. He's not going to have DRS obviously because he is the car up front, so Overkills will be chasing hard. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be
It's gonna be
a
an all
fight.
race fight. Who is going to get the undercut or overcut here?
Will they play for that game?
Might. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
I'm
and check.
currently-
I'm gonna check the lap times here.
Yeah,
The lap
you
time
check the lap times.
difference.
I do believe Overkills is the fastest lap by a couple of tenths, maybe, I believe.
Yeah,
What I can see.
Overkill does seem consistently quicker than Hyde. Every lap, and he's
He's
very
had
close to him this time.
He is a lot closer. Can Overkills put another move on Height? It's hard on the braking zone for both coming into Luffield. Height
Height's
uses
line
that
through
wide
there.
line.
Yeah,
It's
that could really hinder him. If Overkill is right behind him, Overkill can really just go for that gap. Go for the open door.
absolutely on the edge of the tyre there. Flat out
Was
right hander now
Burnout.
into Maggot and
Burnout and
Beckett.
Chris are together, so that's another battle to watch.
Really feeling like Chris is struggling a bit here. I
Yeah.
haven't seen this from Chris. I don't know. I'm not used to seeing this from Chris. Chris is normally right up there. He is still up there, but he seems to be struggling a little bit this race.
Yeah.
They are
Oh,
side by
side by
side.
side.
Chris is
Chris
pitting,
and
so is
Burnout.
Burnout. So interesting stuff. We have Overkill's chasing height. He is only 3/10 behind, coming into Abbey and Farm Curve again up to the loop. Can Overkill's make a go, or is he going to hang back and maybe go for the undercut? Does he
Chris
have the
going
pace?
for the mediums as well as Overkill. Overkill is also going. Overkill?
So they
Yeah. No, Burnout's going for the mediums, sorry. Both from the Williams, so I got back confused.
they would stay out to the end, I'd imagine. I'd imagine that.
They should do.
Imagine those on the softs will obviously have to deal with a little bit more time, right? But have overall more
Yeah,
grip,
range is
especially
on
at the beginning of the time.
mediums as well. So is Nate.
So would it be worth now, Overkill, maybe if he's still behind height towards the end of this lap, would it be worth him going for an undercut or see what height does? Has he got enough pace to even pull out on an overcut? As he seems to be consistently setting maybe slightly faster times than the height. I mean, they are pretty level, but has he got enough to pull off a
I don't know,
pit
because
stop?
he is gaining the slipstream and DRS every lap. So that could explain why he's a bit quicker.
So what's going to happen here?
Height dummied him.
Height looked like
Height
he was
has
going
dummied
in.
him.
And Overkill's reckons he's got. Oh no! Overkill's got 5 seconds. So go penalty speeding in the pit lane.
No way.
And that is one that the stewards have obviously given. That is a rule. Speeding in the pit lane. That is very unfortunate for Overkills. I think he was maybe put off slightly by the fact that Height dummied that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't quite
He's on the
at the
medium
right
tight. He's
speed.
been held in the pit lane as well.
Oh no! Overkill's really. Has he? What has happened here? He is
That is
going to
not
have to work
good
seriously hard.
for Overkill.
He is going to have to work hard.
Button has gone onto the soft compound of tyre. Hang on, is Chris
interesting.
going to jump these guys?
Where is Chris? Where is? Oh, okay.
Chris is side by side with
Oh, he looks like he's going around the outside of Giangi.
Chris has got him.
Oh, what
Chris
a move!
has
son.
done the
What a
undercut
move!
and jumped.
And he's going to have DRS as well. He is going to be away, and Nate's got a 5-second stop-go penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane. He's joining Overkills on the naughty pit lane speeding step.
Let's have a look at some penalties here. Is there any actual? There's a few warnings, but no penalties yet.
So Height's coming around on lap 10, and Height stayed out again. Height still hasn't pitted.
This
He
is
will be
what
coming on
Overkill
to lap
wants.
11.
This
will
is
help
exactly
Overkill.
what Overkill wants.
Perez has stayed out as well. Overkills has obviously been in. He doesn't seem too far behind. I think this could potentially. I do think Height's probably got enough, especially because of the 5-second penalty. I think Height's got enough to stay ahead of Overkills, but if Chris has found pace with these tyres, this could be dangerous territory for these guys when he's still trying to run on the super softs.
Do you need to remember, Overkill will need to build a 10-second gap, because if he doesn't serve the 5 seconds, it will give
An
him
echo
the
plays.
5-second penalty.
How's a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings? So there's been a naughty boy.
3-second time penalty. Now he's going to have to build 13 seconds.
Wow. This is playing out to be interesting. It's going to be a battle of the gods here. There's penalties involved, there is strategies involved, there is drivers on the edge of their seats.
Giangi's got back Chris, has he? Not yet, the battle's not over yet. Oh, the side by side. Very close between the two. These guys are both racing each other for the podium position. Chris has got back. Chris has held the position, but now Height is in the pit lane. My money's that Height is going to go on soft tyres.
I would imagine so, especially on lap 12. I would imagine it's going to be the soft, without a doubt. Sure is. Perez stayed out again. So Perez still thinks he has some pace on the super soft. Does he? So that's interesting. Mind you, looking at his pit window, it does say lap 12 to 16. So he was planning on running these super softs rather late into this race. The LRT button.
Right, that's crucial for
130.5.
overkill. Overkill is through on height. Height is on soft compounded tyres.
Don't forget, Overkills has got the penalty as well.
Yes.
So he's going to... Height doesn't really have to go too crazy on here. He can sort of kind of make sure he doesn't drop too far back into Chris Macca-Jones's path. But if
As
he
Yanji having
stays...
another crack at Chris. This 3 and a 4 is a big one. Oh, it's very close between Chris and Gianji. He's a battling.
Height is already catching up Overkills. Height is already catching Overkills. These fresh tyres, he's on the better compound for pure pace. And you get a good run out onto Wellington Straight. He's going to have DRS on Overkills. DRS opens, he is in the slipstream, he is gaining. I don't think any Overkills is going to let that go. He is staying really defensive. Height all the way around the outside. Can he make it stick? Can he make it stick? He does run it just onto the curb, and he does. But it looks like Overkills is coming back. As Overkills put it on the inside.
Yeah.
No, Height has done it. Height has done it. So Height on the
Chris,
better compound.
Oh, very back down there. I think he should have gone for it there. I think he would have got past it.
So it's now starting to play out again. Now Perez has had his hits.
Oh, button up the inside of the Williams as contact. This is going to be a very close battle for the podium. Just Chris off. I don't know whether it's lag. It's been lagging. Chris is legitimately off.
Was he off? I wasn't actually
Yeah,
watching him
out.
at that time.
He has.
Wow, and Echo plays his fastest lap. Nice.
Whether he collided. It's AI at the minute.
Maybe he was recording. Maybe something happened.
Yeah.
Maybe he was recording.
Well, there's a train of 3 battling for the podium, the last position on the podium. It's very unfortunate for Chris. He really needed to.
Needed a good performance today, and
Oh! Some lag there. What?
what's happening?
Burn?
Height?
Burnout was
It's
on
really
the
wrong,
ground.
please. He's not on my
Burnout was-
screen.
Burnout was under the circuit.
Excuse me.
He's back now. He was under the circuit. I don't know.
Oh,
Button's lagging.
Button seems to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a bad.
Button went in a burnout and burnout went underground.
Maybe they will. Maybe the temperatures.
Anyway,
messed up.
Button is alongside Gianji. Ooh, pushing him very wide, but. Oh, collision! And between them, don't think any wind damage. Either of them? No, it's not. But I think Button might just sit back and let these two battle and just take his chance. I think, yeah.
Right, he only has one warning. Only even hint penalties. Overkill's had a stop go, obviously from the speeding. So did he serve that? I believe that might be when you said about him being held. Maybe he was serving his stop go. So maybe this is for position. However, Height is on the fastest lap, on the fastest tyres. Sorry. So maybe this is for position. I think if Height can.
Possibly.
See It's certainly going to be interesting because they're both running on the brink of fuel. In fact, Height is actually minus fuel currently.
Yes.
He's going to have to do some serious fuel management. With Overkill's just 1.5 seconds behind. And Chris Macker-Jones, a 3-second time penalty. That is really
Button's going to strike.
not going to help him at all.
Burnout and Giangi is going side by side.
Oh,
Button's going to strike on these two.
Sector 3, Echo Plays retired.
We're going 3
And
wide.
that's big hit for Echo Plays. On pit entry, it looks like. He's hit that wall, maybe spun out of the corner. Hitting the wall on the
Burnout going side by side.
Still side by side.
Yeah, we're going 3 wide in the love field.
Button just sitting back in his bright red Ferrari. Can he gain from this? This is going to be
looking at it. He was thinking about on the straight. We were running 3 wide, and he backed out of it.
This is for the final podium place. Who is going to lift a trophy here at Silverstone? This could be interesting. Is it going to be Giangi, Burnout, or Button?
This is some amazing defending by Giangi.
And Giangi has just let Burnout through. It's, that is incredibly close. Because if any of these got penalties, is any of that going to play into this? Burnout has a penalty. Burnout has a penalty. Giangi only has 2 warnings, and Button has 2 warnings. So far.
So Giangi and Button are 3rd and 4th, and Burnout was 5th at the minute. Chris is catching these back up. He's gained 2 seconds in the last 2 laps. Obviously with all the battling.
He has got a hell of a fight on his hands to get back up to them, and obviously has a 3-second penalty as well. I mean, Chris will not be happy with himself here. He will be just trying to get as many points as possible to not fall away from Height and Overkills that are currently 1st and 2nd, and that doesn't look like changing. Height is opening out the gap to Overkills, who is in 2nd. It's about 2.3 seconds at the moment. It is increasing as well as the section now on track.
Yeah.
And Button, is he going to have a move on Giangi? He's got DRS, and there's a little bit of lag, so it's going to be a bit about taking a bit of care, leaving each other a bit more space. And God, that was close. Going into the club section, is he going to make the move? He makes the dive. Oh, this is some close stuff. This is some exciting stuff. Oh, a little bit of oversteer from there, but has he made it? Stick it on the curb. There's an outside contact. Oh. Wow, I really thought, how did them two not go into the wall? I do not know. How did they not go into the wall? Oh, he's gone again. Oops, slight bit of lag there. There was.
He just went.
That was a good dive though.
Straight up the inside.
It was Danny Rick at Monza last year. That one. It was, or last year, real life.
Giangi has DRS though.
Did he know?
Not able to do anything with it in the lean mixture.
Giangi is running in lean. So they used a lot of people playing it close with fuel here. Burnout's has got plenty of fuel.
Burnout has plenty.
Overkill hasn't, and Height is still running in minus. Surely Height is just bridging the gap, and then will ease slightly, maybe adjust when he shifts. Maybe not shift on the purple lights, maybe shift on the red lights, get that slight early shifting, maybe coast it a little bit more into the corners to try and save that fuel back up.
I don't know. It's very...
It's strange because his fuel is still going down.
Yeah, it's very interesting with Hype. Austria, he went up to 0.60 on his fuel. For the last 6 laps, he saved the fuel and managed to.
Maybe that's his plan again. Maybe he likes just living on the edge. Maybe he likes living on the edge. He's luck. Still gaining the lead, as you would expect on the faster tyres, up to about 3 seconds now. Height should, I say it in big letters, you never know what happens in racing, but should be clear on faster tyre as well.
Button's catching Burnout, as he should be on the soft, but he's pulling Giangi along with him.
And these three really are going hammer and tongue at it. And I think it's still up for grabs, don't you reckon? There's still enough time for the podium third place to be completely up for grabs. Between any of these three, should they play their cards right. I do believe Chris is still gaining a little bit on Giangi. It does seem like he's found maybe a little bit of pace. What's his lap times looking like? Still his... Oh! And Nate Doggy has a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pits. I believe that's the second time he's done that. Maybe he's going to request to Liberty Media that they move the pit line further down.
I think Overkill will be there with him.
Yeah. It's very true. Although, what are we doing at the moment? So Height still has the fastest lap as well. So it's all playing into Height's hands. I mean, he was on the front row. He's done pretty well for this race. Managed it. Overkills. Another 3-second penalty. Is that his second one?
It is. Burnout could get second.
Okay, it's his first penalty because he had a stop go, which he served. I believe he served. So
I don't know. We'll have to see at the end of the race because that'll be 10 seconds.
Still 3 seconds.
But if those 10 seconds are added on, Burnout has got second place.
Burnout could have second place off his V6 teammate. Button will have third. That he's certainly fighting for this. He is still on the pace with Burnout. How's Giangi doing? He's still, this gap's staying pretty similar between these three.
No, Button's gained 5 temps. Gap between Giangi and Chris is staying the same. Button is pulling away from Giangi. Button's also now just bridged into DRS with Burnout. If Overkill does still have that stop go, he will be completely knocked off the podium as things stand.
He will be seriously unhappy about that. I somehow believe that holding in the pit maybe was being served, but there was also cars coming in and out of the pits as well, so it could have been anything really. It was kind of a bit hard.
At first I thought he was being held by the what was it?
Toro Rosso, was it?
Yeah.
We are on lap 20 of 26. Height is still on the lead. Running the soft tyres. Second and third of Overkills and Burnout are still running the mediums. Buttons on the softs in fourth. Giangi, Chris Jones on the mediums in fifth and sixth. Perez seventh on the softs. Rage with the mediums in eighth. Nate and Schilling in ninth and 10th respectively on the softs. And Blumson on mediums. I do believe Blumson and Schilling have left those. I do believe they are just coasting around currently. Interesting. Nate's done 3 stops. Probably not the race he was hoping for.
He is in the points though.
He is in the points, and 2 points. 2 points is better than none. It's better than 1 point. He'll be happy about that. Points is points at the end of the day, and that's what they're all here for. I mean, obviously everyone wants maximum points, but there can only be one person who gets that, and that is looking very much like Height and is midway through lap 21.
Burnout and Button. Burnout is under pressure from Button. Let's just see what happens here. I've already seen Button and Burnout is attacking maneuvers on Giangi. We're going to see if Button can pull that off again. Let's see what Burnout can do to defend. Because I think Burnout's dropped off a bit. Button's dropped off a bit, sorry.
Just looking at the position changes, who's going to be the most happy here? Obviously, Height's going to be happy being the leader. Overkills could be very stock go at the moment with penalties. Burnout has gained 3. Chris losing 2. Everyone else kind of gaining, obviously with the help of Schilling and Bronson leaving and Echoes the NF. I think Burnout maybe could be there. Be happy guy with his performance today. No, Height will obviously be ecstatic. He's kept it near the front all race.
Yeah.
Burnout's probably going to be really happy with it. 2 Williams on the podium in Silverstone.
Remember, Burnout does have that penalty. Don't
does.
think Button has one.
How far apart are they? Oh, they are pretty close. This is
Button does not have a
yes,
penalty.
that could really dampen Burnout's race, who is currently in 3rd. This could really, so maybe Button knows that. Maybe Button's seen that, or
hang on right here. Giangi's catching Button back up.
he is. This could
Button's
close up right at the final lap.
But I think
This
Button's
could be
softs have gone. I don't think there's anything left in those softs. Because he's
You can see the
dropped well
slight
off.
band on the inside of the tyres, but he has to use quite a lot. Remember,
I'm
Burnout has a
happy
big
checking
lock up
some of
into
these
club. These guys are closing back up, and Chris is closing up to Giangi as well. They're all closing up a bit.
Last lap, this lap just gone. Button did a 31.2. Giangi 30.8.
So I do think lap time is now pretty much set in stone, as these guys have eaten most of their tyres. So it does look like Height is going to get the fastest lap. You never know, someone could pull something magic out of the bag, but it looks very much that way with the current state of the tyres. So the only person in the 29s in race pace. Good job
Yeah,
by
maybe
Height
someone
again.
like Nate might pull into the pits. Try and...
Giangi, a 3-second time penalty. That is surely going. Is that going to push him back to Chris? As Chris, maybe Chris's engineer may
Yes,
have
it
sworn
will.
in that.
But
Is
Chris
Chris
also
going
does
to
have a
get
penalty.
that position?
Chris
Oh,
has a
this
penalty.
is playing out to all sorts of crazy.
Really? He was going to get what position in this race, but you still got to worry about overkill and his possibly 10-second time penalty, which could put him off the podium. This is going to be interesting. We only have 2 laps. We only have 2 more laps to see what will happen and who will finish where for this Grand Prix.
I think Height's pretty safe. He's pretty much worked his fuel back to exactly level, now back into the positive. So
Yeah, he's just got a bit more to save and then he will be okay.
he's carefully in control of exactly what he's doing, provided no mistakes. All points here at the British Grand Prix. Burnout spread. Button looks like he's dropped a bit off Burnout. Giangi still looks like he's catching.
Yeah, Giangi's catching.
The only problem here is penalties are going to play key for quite a few of these guys.
I think Button still doesn't have one. Button still doesn't have one. So even if Giangi does get past, he doesn't need to worry too much.
This could be interesting stuff. And height, is he on lap 25? Is he now?
Coming down the hanger straight.
Chris Jones a 3-second time penalty. I think that's pretty much him stuck in 6 overkills. That's another 3 seconds.
Oh no. This not going well for overkill.
I would imagine he would still be on the podium, but will he drop that place to his teammate for the penalties? And height now
starts the final lap.
Coming through Abbey and Farm Curve into the loop. Hard on the brakes. He looks pretty secure with this. He gained his fuel just enough to get him to the end of this race. Gets a nice, smooth, easy exit out onto the hanger straight. No problems at all. 6.3 seconds ahead of overkills. I don't think there is any question about height right now. I'm pretty sure he's got enough of a gap that he can just keep it calm and bring it home. Giangi has DRS on button, but obviously penalties will play a role.
It'd be nice to see a nice lap battle.
See how that's going to end up. Looks like Giangi maybe got a little bit loose out of Luffield. Height is coming down the Wellington straight. He has a few corners left before he is the British Grand Prix champion. Slightly wide there, coming into the club section. A couple of corners.
Height coming through the final couple of corners now. And around club, the final corner, to take the win at Silverstone. And the championship lead.
And Overkills finishes second. How is his penalties going to play? I believe he may be far enough away.
He might be third here.
Overkills, yep, that's looking like third,
line.
yes.
Overkill? Where is he? We'll have to
second on mine.
Yeah, second on mine too. We'll have to see in the Pro Race classification. It says buttons run the race on my bottom left.
Good old Formula 1.
Here. Coming across the line for PS7 there, and Formula Ridge being the last.
Fantastic job by Height here at Silverstone. What a race. Don't forget that move he did on Overkills to retake that lead around the going through offline through Maggots and Beckett's. That was astonishing, truly deserved. And he takes the lead now. He will take the lead.
Let's get the top 3 in here. Get them invited to the party, do the podium interviews.
Seeing if these guys will join. There is Height.
There's Heighton. There's Overkill. Just need going up. I'll send him another invite.
Hopefully he's getting them.
Yeah, he just needs to sign in on the Xbox app because his mic is broken.
Ah, right. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's all good. That's all good. Make sure you include your audio.
Has just sent me a message. Mic broken. So I don't know if he is going to join this after race interviews. All he said was mic broken, so maybe he's going to give it a miss this time.
Yeah, maybe. So with that then, we'll start. Height, very comfortable race for you in the second half there. Obviously, Overkill having that 5-second stop go. How did you feel as that second half? Were you just trying to manage your tyres, getting those softs to the end, or were you saving the fuel? We realised you had very low fuel. Or were you just trying to keep it clean? Like, what was your tactics near the end of the race?
Well, when I came out behind him, obviously to overtake him was like the main goal. I actually thought it was going to be really difficult because I've seen Overkill's race before and his defending is amazing. But obviously with the tire advantage, and then the objective after that was just to pull out a second to break the DRS and then just to keep it clean and go as fast as possible because I was really worried that my internet was going to disconnect. So just wanted to get to the end of the race ASAP.
That was an awesome drive. Now I do want to ask both Hyde and Overkill something. When the pit stop came around and Hyde I was watching from Overkill's TV pod. It looked very much like that you Hyde were going straight into the pits. Did you purposely dummy that, or was that maybe a bit of lag? It looked like you dummied the pit stop, which led Overkill's in, and he did obviously get the stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It did look like a bit of a dummy.
I dummied, yeah, but I didn't. I thought he was coming in anyway, so I didn't think I'd actually done anything. But yeah, I didn't. I had no intention of coming in. I was just trying to bait it a little bit, and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you had a fantastic race. You and Overkill's having a good battle through Mangots and Beckett's. I believe you were going pretty much offline to get past him. I believe that was maybe just before the pit stop.
I just want to say, like, Overkill's, man, like that was insane. Thank you for leaving the room. I really wasn't expecting it. That was
I don't know what
good.
happened, but on my screen I got hit twice. I don't know whether it was a desync or lag or what.
Oh,
but, entering,
I didn't hit you on mine.
Entering, I got hit by you, and then the second one I hit you as I ran a bit wide. But I don't know whether it was lag or desync or what. But
I mean, from our view, that the race was a little bit laggy in kind of general. So maybe it was kind of the lobby playing a bit of a problem in that. But Overkill's, was it very much damage limitation when you come out on the harder compound to height? But you still pulled off an impressive second place. Obviously in front of Burnout, so you can't be here right now. But you managed to hold it in second, and you are now second in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, after my tyre wear, after I've been doing some practices, I've noticed that my tyre wear on the soft wasn't too great, and I thought I could push hard on medium, so I decided to choose that over the soft today. But obviously, Hype's tyre wear is much better than mine, and he can take him all the way, which was not what I was hoping for. So, and as soon as I saw him blast off into the distance, like 5 seconds ahead, I was just trying to keep my gap to V6 Burnouts, because I knew that if he got within like 6 seconds, he would have snatched second off me. But I want to keep this championship fight as close as possible.
Yeah, that's it. So no team orders. He wouldn't have let you have it.
Yeah.
But no, great race for both of you. Obviously, Height, you now take the lead in the championship. So going ahead to the next round.
Question for Overkill. or your initial thoughts when you, because that pit stop really was the deciding of the race. Getting that 5-second stop go and then being held by Giangi in the pit lane. Was that very frustrating? For you?
I think the main reason I got stuck behind him was because I could have got out quicker, but I wanted to see if I had any penalties, and I think I misjudged the race director, like being quick or not. So that led me to staying in the pit for a little bit, and then when I tried to go, he was just going through, cruising. So that wasn't ideal, but he finished 6 seconds ahead anyway. So I don't think it would have determined anything. I think he would have got past maybe 5 laps later, if that. But
Did you have the feeling in your mind that heights could have gone to the softs? Or did you think that wasn't really an option for the rest?
I was actually hoping for him to go on the softs, not going to lie. I was hoping him to go on the softs so I could push later on in the race when he had dead tyres. But he managed his tyres very, very, very well. So that's disappointing on my side, but fair play to him.
I mean, second place is obviously still very good as well, and also I want to congratulate you. You did get fastest lap. You were the only person in the 1:29s in race pace. You did have fastest lap as well.
Yeah,
It's good, some good racing, and yeah, awesome. We look.
You know what next track is?
The next race, which
Belgium.
I actually have the standings next to me, which is
Ooh.
Belgium. Yes, which obviously is
Interesting.
the amazing Spa.
good track.
So
Very good track.
If you don't mind me
Yes,
asking,
we
how
do.
are you feeling about Belgium overkills?
Looking at my recent TT times, not looking confident at all, but I'll probably quickly change that
Yeah,
next
but
week.
I got,
All right, good.
I
Good. I'm not confident at all either, so we can just go into
Yeah,
it.
Chris looks very fast, which we have to keep an eye on considering. I know he finished 5th today, but he's still in laps championship for it, so we have to have
Yeah,
keep an eye on him.
he is. He had a bit. He did seem like he was struggling a bit today. I mean, he didn't quite get up with you guys in qualifying, which was incredibly close. By the way, it was qualifying was actually really awesome to watch. But yeah, obviously Chris seemed like he struggled a little bit with race pace today. But yes, I do know he's fast at Spa as well. So maybe it can all turn around again. But for the moment, Height, you do lead the championship. Overkills is second, and
I've got a little conspiracy here.
Oh,
First couple of
we
races,
have
like
conspiracies.
Chris.
We have conspiracy.
First couple of races, Chris Macker-Jones had some bad luck for 2 or 3 races. I had some bad luck for 2 or 3 races, so maybe it's Height's
Nah,
turn
don't
out a bit
jinx
of
it.
bad luck.
Nah, please, no.
Maybe.
Jinx it, please. I beg, no. Oh,
He might go
fuck
to
it now.
V6 burnouts now though, because he's a newbie.
True.
You never know.
Hopefully.
Well, team orders might kick in, and you never know. But we will obviously see you guys again in action on Belgium. And how can you believe that we have a driver whispering down the mic? Well, great racing,
this
guys.
has been the British Grand Prix. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.